It was interesting. The best part of all this stuff, and we talked about it, all these made-for-TV events, these guys being mic'd. Because I heard Scottie and Rory and different guys say some things on the microphone that, they're talking to their caddies and everything, how they, like when Scottie puts it in the water, he goes, I almost rinsed that one. I've never heard that term, but I love that. I've never heard anyone say in the water, I almost rinsed it, and that's great stuff. I need more of that, Welcome in, everyone. Another episode of Kash and Matty Talkin Golf. This is Matt Smith, my golf buddy. I'm Steve Cashel. As usual on our show, we're going to do a little of catch up, tell you what's up. Then we've got story time. We've got a special guest in studio with us, Dr. J.C. Aikenhead from Specialized Performance Rehab. He's great with the golfers coming off PT, operations, or even just to help you with your golf swing. So we'll break it down what he does. Matt, good to see you. First thing, you get a new hat every episode, and it says Little Sundays. What is that?
Trying for the new hat. This is intentional, trying for the new hat each show. We're only 7 episodes in, so it's not too much of a challenge yet.
I hope you wear a different hat each episode.
Hey, when we're on episode 51, these hats can get interesting. But Little Sundays, this is a new one, too. So for our viewers that can see this hat, this is the Honeydew Green. Little Sundays out of New Lenox. So this is a local, a south suburb. They're making toddler-specific golf bags.
Nice.
And Steve, you know that Maddie here is a dad of an almost 4-year-old, Lily. We've got her
Lily's
her lovely Snoopy putter right in front of us.
Love it.
And part of my purchase recently, Jake and his family, Jake owns the brand, Little Sundays, they included a nice hat here. This was a Black Friday promotion they were doing for everyone, and we wanted the green one. We got Lily a green bag, and they're doing it's high quality. I think Junior equipment over the years was always just functional at best, but they're doing high quality, really. We've got Lily's name embroidered on the bag.
I love
Lily
that stuff.
Smith.
Great. And this is not a green hat. You mean the writing. The embroidery's in green.
Well, if you look closely, Steve.
Really? I see kind of a cream color hat.
We're seeing a lot of colors today, huh?
That's all right.
Well, at least the embroidering is a very forest green, we'll call it. Steve, how about to turn it back over to you? We decided we'd have a fun chat before we get into the meat of everything, but why don't you tell us what is on your Christmas list? What golf item you wanted to share a thing or two?
Well, I'm about 12 months late with this one because I've been wanting all summer or back to the spring, whatever, even last winter. I lost my 64-degree wedge. I used to have an incredible Callaway Jaws that I remember I got it at Mistwood Golf Club during a VIP event, and I ordered a 64, and I used to hit these flop shots. And I lost it somewhere, and I'm good about my clubs, and I think I know where I lost it. I should have gone back there 2 years ago, but it's been out of my bag for like a year and a half. Forever, I've wanted a 64-degree wedge to hit that flop shot. I even knew a guy at Callaway, all right, this guy that's in Carlsbad at the main headquarters, and he's like, Steve, we really don't make those anymore. It's hard to find a 64-degree wedge.
There were a handful of years you didn't see it.
Yeah,
100%.
Well, now you don't see them.
I'm surprised you bring this up. They haven't been on my radar.
Oh, but I miss it. I miss it in my bag because I really got to, I hate to say master, but I was hitting those flop shots. And it was so good. And I want to get a 64-degree wedge back in the bag, so it's on my Christmas list.
Steve, will you take full swings with that 64? Are you going to stretch it out? Or
Both. I'll hit it 40 yards, over a tree.
Yeah.
Or I'll hit it right off the green where you got that little high grass in front of you, and you got to get it over that lump of grass. And just get it on the green and get it rolling, and I'll hit it there with maybe a little half swing. But I miss that club. I just can't duplicate it with a 60 or anything else.
You're most lofted right now. You just
60.
You do carry a 60.
I do.
Huh.
Yep. But I miss the 64.
All right.
How about you? What's on the list?
What's on the list? Yeah, another pair of pants.
Really?
I'm not joking. I got a pair of Lululemon.
Nice.
They're
Oh, they rave about their golf pants. I've never had a pair.
first time having a pair. I picked them up primarily for work, but functioning
Yeah.
absolutely as some golf pants. And I'm looking for the same model, same model of pants, just different color.
What do you like about them?
They stretch.
Yep.
They fit right. This is the ABC Slim Trouser.
4-pocket?
Yeah, they're not the 5. They do make the 5 pocket.
Okay.
I had never said the word trouser until I picked up these
Trousers.
pants. I feel like I just aged myself, but I now
I'm
own.
surprised at your age you know that word. Trousers.
They are called the ABC Slim Fit Trousers. So, sharp pants, but that's the most important thing, because having some good pants and having a few to wear, you can't always be wearing the same
Yeah, golf
pair.
pants to me get a little bit too. I have some really thin golf pants that I love, but only summer. I try to in the winter. You got to wear some long underwear. But you know what? A good pair of golf pants you can wear year round. Great stuff.
Yeah, they've become so versatile these days. So excited to have
Absolutely.
another pair. And hey, before we get too far into things, we wanted to talk and give a quick mention to our friends Human Interest.
Okay.
Right off the bat.
What do they do?
Yeah, well, here's what we're gonna say about Katie and the local team with Human Interest today. As your business grows, so does your risk of costly fines and failed compliance tests. Human Interest is a 401k solution that acts as your fiduciary safety net. We handle complex compliance. That's a lot to say, complex compliance, and offer unique protection like our audit relief program. Focus on your business, not the IRS, and protect your business and your employees. Learn more about compliant 401k options. Contact my friend. We mentioned that on the last show, Katie Francis, 708-745-1447. You can get her on email, kathleen.francis@humaninterest.com. 401k, modernizing it. I've known them for years, so excited to have Katie and them on board with us, with
Good
Kash
stuff.
and Matty.
Absolutely. Let's catch up.
Let's move into catching up. First call out, Chicago Golf Gals. Before I even say much about Chicago Golf Gals, and Steve, this is not meant to be a challenge. Everyone, for our listeners that have spent 6 episodes now listening, they know it's YouTube golf. It's heavy on Instagram. I wouldn't have known about someone like Little Sundays otherwise, quite frankly. But do you know much about the Chicago Golf Gals? And totally okay if not.
No, I did meet. I was at a special event at Golf Zone in Oak Brook, which used to be the Game of Irons. I want to bring them up in a little bit also, because I know one of the pros. He's just was hired there, and a great guy. But I ran into a woman that's running an executive golf group just for women, and
Sure.
exciting. And we're supposed to connect and talk about trying to help them promote what they're doing. But I think that's great, and I think this is another group that you're talking about.
Totally. Chicago Golf Gals, what we wanted to mention just last night, they had Tish Allen, Chicago native,
Okay.
big social media. She went for pro golf herself. She's opened up a brand called Allen Golf, her own line of apparel.
Nice.
The Chicago Golf Gals had her yesterday, so that would have been the 17th of December, at the Goose Island Golf Club, so an indoor sim spot in the city. Okay, they brought Tish in. She ran a clinic, a pop-up event with her brand. I think that here's where this stuff is going next level. They also brought in a live DJ. This was an event that went from 8 to 10:30. I wasn't there. I didn't make it out. Could they have gone till 11? I don't know. It was happening from what I saw on Instagram and their socials. But what's cool is Tish came back to Chicago, her hometown, and there's now, I don't have all the details, but a formal partnership between her and her brand and the Chicago Golf Gals. And just to round it out, the Chicago Golf Gals, similar to what you were mentioning, Steve, it's a network, it's a community here in Chicago. They've been at the Chicago Golf Show the last few years. They're making a huge impact, and it's just about bringing more women, not just into golf, but connecting women locally in the Chicagoland having events.
That's great.
Playing tournaments,
I
all
love
that
it.
stuff.
I love it. I think it's really good. Let me go back to one
Sure.
little couple of words you said there. Live DJ. What's the opposite of a live DJ? Dead DJ or DJ on tape? You mean just DJ? They had a DJ.
Playing music.
I love when they say
Pulling
live
up,
DJ.
Pulling up
What's
Spotify.
a live DJ?
Or a dead DJ. You know, it wouldn't be that lively of a
And
set.
I'm not trying to make fun of the situation, but it's just those words. It's funny, but
Live DJ.
I would say the same thing. It just kind of flies out there, and you think about it. But no, I think that's great because, like you said, it's not just about bringing more women into the game, but you can have a lot of connections, almost form like their own little LinkedIn group, so to speak, with golf. And as I always say, anything that brings people together through golf is wonderful. And you know what? That's good stuff. So I appreciate groups like that, and they're teaching women how to play, and they're having some fun along the way, right?
Just yesterday, Tish was doing some teaching, and we're looking. So Chicago Golf Gals, as you hear and watch this, we're looking to have someone on with us, I'd say in the next couple months.
Yeah.
Tell more about the story. I mean, they're clearly making such an impact and have such a presence. But we'd love to have you on and share more and learn more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Learn more. Completely switching gears from the Chicago Golf Gals. Just a quick mention on this. It's some unfortunate news. Woodridge Village Greens.
Yes.
I believe, the Village Greens of Woodridge.
Is the vote in?
The vote's not in unless something has happened in the last couple of days, but the future, as formerly part of the Park District, the Village Greens of Woodridge, their future is up in the air.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, Steve, if you've heard more.
No, I haven't. They're trying to vote on it, and it's unfortunate if you lose another golf course. I know it happened in Indian Lakes, and then they had 36 holes, and it used to be a hotel complex, member ballrooms and everything, and two really good golf courses, especially one Blackhawk Trace, and now it's just a pasture. And they tried to make some running trails, but they basically took away golf. Then they came in and said, well, maybe we're going to make 9 holes, maybe 18 holes. And, the people, surrounding homeowners didn't want those. They thought, we got a beautiful golf course in our backyard. We don't want townhomes or industrial or anything. Same things happening, Matt, at Calumet City. I shouldn't say Calumet City. Calumet Golf Country Club.
They're out. Yeah,
That's an old Donald Ross course right down the street from one of my favorite places, Ravislow. And we did a story out there for the golf scene a number of years ago, and they closed down the clubhouse basically besides a pro shop when it became it used to be an all-private club. Then they turned it into public, and I know the guy who bought it. He was from Arizona, a couple partners, and now they're talking about making it into a Home Depot or industrial park or something. And I've
even heard about like a trucking lot.
Yeah,
there's been
you don't want that. Bring back it was a Donald Ross golf course. Don't get rid of a Donald Ross. It should be on the historical sites.
It's a bummer, thankfully, and we've talked about that area plenty. There's some great golf right there.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's just the unfortunate reality of having great golf near the city sometimes.
Yeah,
right?
but back to your original
developed.
point, the Woodridge Village Greens, very popular. World's greatest bratwurst. They always made a great bratwurst out there. I used to live in Woodridge, and I'm not far in Naperville where I live. But you know what? I hate to see golf courses go under because people need a course like that to go play. You know?
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
What do you put on a bratwurst? I just want to talk about that for one.
French's
you got me
mustard.
thinking. Okay.
I would love a little sauerkraut. Sauerkraut's very good for you. All right. I'll put a little a pickle and tomato, maybe. That's about it.
I have some research. I have some. I got to follow.
What do you like
up
on a bratwurst?
Sorry, I got to before I share. I got to look into sauerkraut and these health benefits.
Sauerkraut's very good for the stomach.
I like sour. Yeah, I do like sauerkraut, but I'll just take some mustard.
What kind? Are you a fancy mustard guy? See, I like yellow mustard. I don't like the old Brown's mustard or the foofy mustard, Don't give me any of that stuff. I like French's, the yellow mustard.
That.
What you put on a hot dog, what you put on a bratwurst.
I like all the mustard, Steve. You're going to hate me for that, but I do like the foofy.
Grey Poupon.
Yeah,
Candy
Honey
Grey
Dijon.
Poupon. No.
Gosh, we're getting hungry.
Oh,
and it's
no.
not even dinner time, but
No, you ruined my appetite with some of
Steve's
that.
disgusted
French's
with all
mustard.
these
I'm a
mustards.
simple guy from Park Ridge, Illinois. I like simple stuff.
That's fine. Hey, Steve, why don't you give us a shout for Gary up
Yeah,
in
that's right.
up in Spring Grove with Pro Circle Golf Center, and we'll get on to our next
Yeah,
topic.
they've been around a long time. Business began in 1959, staffed by PGA professionals with over 80 years of experience. The shop has been awarded top 100 status 4 times in club fitting. It's called Pro Circle Golf Center. They're on Route 12 in Spring Grove, 1810 US Route 12. Great practice facility during the summer. Grass tees, a sand bunker, putting green, separate chipping area, indoor golf lessons during the winter with accomplished PGA teacher Gary Shastel. Gary does a great job. He's been doing it a long time pro. He uses Doppler radar and video to explain to students how a golf swing works, how a golf club works, what will work for them. No cookie-cutter lessons or club fitting tailored to the client. Best customer service in the business. Many positive reviews. This guy knows how to do it right. If you want to get your golf game better, use the services at Pro Circle Golf Center. You can always check out their website, ProCircleGolfCenter.com. Again, in Spring Grove, right up US Route 12, right past Kemper Lakes, and there's a couple of really nice courses along that way.
We talked Spring Grove some on the last episode,
Yeah.
but I'm looking forward to the springtime or summer for us to take a trip
They got
up
a nice
that way.
facility.
Just
It
to make
really
a
is.
trip up to
Yeah.
not only Gary, but there's some spots to see up there. Did we give a shout for his number there?
Yeah, I've got it. You
Why
want to
don't-
hear the phone number?
Put those glasses
All
back
right.
on, Steve.
815-675-2747.
There you go.
815-675-2747. I know I'm quite a bit older than you, but wait, my eye doctor
Really?
told me at 45 the eyes go bad and you're going to need glasses. And I always had 20/20 vision all my life. I still have pretty good vision, but I needed the glasses when I turned 45. It was like clockwork.
I'm glad you bring them, Steve. I'm glad
I
you
need
got
it.
them here.
What's next?
Yes. You wanted to say a few things, and I'm happy to chime in. Our audience knows that I've got a comment for just about everything. But you want to say a few things about Golf Zone
Yes.
down in Oak Brook. We have
I
talked about
mentioned
them.
it.
So to our watchers and our listeners, we have had some discussion on Golf Zone. But there's something you wanted to say about Jay.
Yeah, Jay Fiorito is the new golf pro and really helping out with the business. He opened the first X Golf in Libertyville back in 2019. So the guy's been around a while, and that's when X Golf first started. But this is not X Golf. This is Golf Zone Social, it's called. It's the old Game of Irons. Beautiful place.
I've made it in
Oak
now.
Brook.
I want to just say
It's
I've been
beautiful.
in since that last
Yeah.
chat. I was in the area for a lunch and I had to go see it.
It's an old
You
furniture
can't
store.
not see that stair, the stairwell.
The stairs going up. Yeah, it's 2 levels.
Neat environment when you walk in.
Private bays. It's a marble staircase. It used to be a very high-end
marble.
furniture store. And again, it was Game of Irons, owned by one of my good friends, Jin Park. Jin sold it to one group, and then now Golf Troon has come in. They manage it. So Troon Golf, and they do a wonderful job. But Jay Fiorito is really a top-notch professional. He went through the Ferris State University Golf Professional Program,
Good
which is
program
one of
there,
the
yeah.
best in the country. Graduated from there. And this place is in Oak Brook, and Jay is kind of helped running it, and he gives lessons. But I wanted to give him a shout out because I've known Jay a while, and he does a great job. But this place is back on the map because it's gone through some different ownership. But again, Golf Zone, the old Game of Irons, go in there because you'll be shocked. Good food and drink, really cool bar, but these hitting bays are really, really neat. And 2 levels. You can get your own private bay. I mean, you could take a group of guys or girls and have a bachelor party,
You
bachelorette
could have
party.
hundreds of people. If you're
You
trying to
would
throw
never see anybody.
You could get everyone and bring them out
Take
there.
the whole second floor up. They do
2 floors,
corporate
yes.
events.
You can have 2 big
Yeah.
parties happening.
Very
there.
unusual indoor golf facility. It's open year round.
Yeah.
And but I highly
Nice.
recommend it. It's a really good place, and I wish Jay all the best because he's a really good guy. And Joe Berta is the GM there. Good guy. So good people. And Troon Golf, we met with them recently.
Right in
and
the
they're
area.
doing things
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Josh, the regional guy. And JP Gagan, a guy that's a marketing guy. So I really like those people. Matt McIntyre, I've known for geez, 20, 25 years, one of the heads of Troon Golf. They do things right. So they're managing it, so you know you're on the right track.
Yeah,
And they're going to do the best they can for local golfers in the area.
Well, let's talk about this. Let's go pro golf just
Yeah.
for a short bit. This is a Chicago show. Our audience knows that, but
Right.
we do like to say a few things about the professional game. Let's just give some love and our comments on Scottie Scheffler winning. This was his 4th consecutive PGA Tour Player of the Year.
That's amazing.
Steve texted me just nights ago saying we've gotta say a few things about that. Is it true? I want to make sure I read this right. He's the only player in addition to Tiger to win 4 consecutive.
That's correct.
Players of the Year.
That's
That was
correct.
the stat there. So, Steve, we haven't talked about this. I'm sure our audience wouldn't mind a take from you. Your take on Scheffler just as a whole. Give us like your perspective on Scottie.
Well, he's a top 10 machine. David Faraday, as we once called Luke Donald, is a ATM machine, a living ATM machine, because he made almost $28 million this year. Top 25 in all 20 starts. Top 25, okay? 17 top 10s. 17 top 10s. Are you kidding me? He's an automatic machine. It's just amazing. He won 2 majors this year. He won 6 overall. But I was talking about to Matt, compare it to Tiger Woods. Tiger is polarizing. Tiger is like Michael Jordan aura, okay?
The athleticism and some of the
just
the aura.
he's
You're
Tiger,
right?
right? Scottie, I think because of his personality, isn't as well known, all right? I wanted to ask you this question, okay? If you were going to do a meet and greet or play in a foursome and you had the choice of Tiger or Scottie, who would you pick?
You're asking me between the two?
Yes. It's an automatic for me.
I'm picking Tiger.
Yeah, I think
Well,
most people would pick Tiger.
It's hard to Tiger today, not sure.
All right, in their prime.
Well, that's Tiger.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Even today, I would still pick Tiger.
So much.
I'd love to pick
so
his
much
brain
to talk
and-
about.
Yep,
Absolutely,
yep.
and it'd just be so fascinating.
And nothing
of
against
course.
Scheffler, all right? But Scottie is just that low key. What I love about Scheffler, though, all right, and I'll give you a quick thought here. I remember when Bubba Watson won the Masters. Do you know what he did for dinner? This guy could have taken the private jet and flown anywhere in the country or the world. He had his wife, he had his caddy, he had some friends with him. Do you know where he went to dinner after all the Masters ceremony was done?
No, I don't remember.
He went to Waffle House.
Sounds on brand, yeah.
Is that Bubba? That's great. And you know what? Scheffler's like that. Scheffler reminds me of the guy that was a White Sox player many, many years ago, got his first big league contract, signed for like $30 million. Back there, huge money, like $5 million a year. He, his wife, and his young daughter went to the drive-thru at McDonald's for their victory meal, so to speak. I heard that from a White Sox scout. That's the kind of guy this person was. Robin Ventura, by the way.
Okay,
but
yeah.
But I think of Scheffler like that. He just bought a $2 million house, and to Scottie, that's probably buying a mansion. Well, it is a mansion for me or you, but by
What
most
he could-
pros,
yeah, what-
most
what he
pros
could
could
be
buy
spending.
a $50 million home. He's saying, I don't need all that. I just need my pickup truck. I like to eat at Chipotle. I like to go to Waffle House. I don't need all the fluffy stuff.
And you know what? It's taken me a little while.
And I respect that. Though.
Yeah, it's taken me a little while to really it's not come around on Scottie, but like that genuine nature. There's something interesting about that, because you could have for a little while. My perspective was, gosh, this seems a little boring, or there's it's not.
He is a little boring.
Yet there's something, and this is where I've gone.
But I respect
recently.
him as a player like you wouldn't believe.
That relatability is actually interesting.
It is.
That he would be so candid, and when you hear him talk. But yeah, what a year. Let's not. This wasn't a big deal by any stretch, but of course he goes out and wins last night as well. We won't talk much about this. Let's just keep this
that
brief.
was the Golf Channel games.
Yeah, the night event, the Optum Challenge
down in
or
Miami Beach or
yeah,
Jupiter.
and of course
Yep.
he his team ends up winning because
Yeah,
that's
over
what Scottie,
Rory.
does.
But it
Yeah.
was interesting. The best part of all this stuff, and we talked about it, all these made-for-TV events, these guys being mic'd. Because I heard Scottie and Rory and
Totally.
different guys say some things on the microphone that, they're talking to their caddies and everything, how they, like when Scottie puts it in the water, he goes, I almost rinsed that one. I've never heard that term, but I love that. I've never heard anyone say in the water, I almost rinsed it, and that's great stuff. I need more of that, They weren't very good. Like Scottie was not great yesterday. Neither was Rory.
Their games.
They looked like, They
they were doing different things.
They
Let's
were.
give them that.
I know. But
were,
a couple chip shots. You and I could have hit it better, and I mean that in perspective, right? I
Sure.
mean, you know how that 1 in a million shot. I will never be able to dunk a basketball or ever, be like Michael Jordan, but you can do certain things. You could hit a 30-footer. Michael could hit a 30-footer. You could hit a putt from 20
Sure,
feet.
yeah.
So could Scottie. So could Rory. But a couple of their shots were like 100 yards out. I'm like, I'm mad if I'm not within 15 feet.
Sure.
Scottie was 20 and 25 going, his game is just not sharp right now. And it didn't need to be. But I was surprised with the best players in the world. 2 best players in the world not playing great. You could have hit better shots, and you're a better player than me.
Well, it was it sounds like you
I
It
got
sounds like
into
you
it.
watched a lot of that.
I did.
I had to catch highlights here this morning.
Okay.
And I texted you after. I said, man, that relay race format, that was fun.
It was. That was probably the
they
highlights.
Did a 14 club challenge. We'll stop it here. Go check it out. Get on
Yeah.
YouTube. And they did this 14 club challenge and a few other things that were interesting. And some more to look forward to. I don't believe that'll be a standalone event. Hopefully ratings or at least post-production will get enough viewership to warrant more of that.
To me, it was a lot better than that. Is that the TGL? What do they do indoors? Is that
Yeah,
indoor
TGL,
golf?
sure.
I watched a couple of them. I don't like the greens. I like the way they're mic'd up, but this was so much more fun. I hand it to Golf Channel. I hand it to the people in Jupiter, Florida at Trump. I thought they did a great job. Under the lights, which is really cool, which is going to be another topic sometime because there should be more golf under the lights. We can go on for hours on this stuff, but I'm passionate about it. It's fun.
Yeah, no, unique formats. Final bit here on catching up.
Yeah.
Final bit here. We love to tell our audience where we've played or what we've been up to in golf. Steve, any updates from you? Have you, since we last talked, have you hit any balls indoors? Have you not?
Just at where I take lessons. I take lessons from James Standhart at Golf Tech in Naperville, and he's an incredible pro. I love the guys at Golf Tech. I think they're really good. It helps me keep my game in shape. I've been to a number of indoor places as we're shooting the Golf Scene TV show. There's a brand new edition out that's coming out for our winter. It's going to start airing on Sunday, December 21st, and that's probably when people get this, it's going to be past, but it'll air 10 to 13 times on Chicago Sports Network. And so we'll be able to watch the whole month of January. So I've been to a number of indoor places. Unfortunately, I feel like a golf pro, though. I don't get to play, and the guys are all great. They're like, Steve, come on and did you bring your clubs, stay for a half hour, hit some balls. I'm busy. It's just so hard. I got to get back home. I got to get to work, whatever, Even on the weekends, I got to go watch my son play football at North Central, which is just great. But you're shooting some of these shows or segments, and you got to go run somewhere else. So I don't have time to take the clubs. I missed that. So to answer your question, besides my lessons at Golf Tech, I have not. I kind of shut it down for the winter, but you got to keep the game in shape. So I try every now and then. I'll grab a couple buddies during the holidays, and we'll go to an indoor place because I think it's important. I'd love to play 18 holes on some of those simulators. You?
Well, I do want to say we've got Florida on the horizon, you and I, in a month, so we'll talk about that, and as we get closer
for the PGA show.
Yeah, it might be worth sneaking the clubs along for at least a quick 9.
I agree.
A quick 9, but no, my update is no golf.
Not even indoors.
No golf, but I did want to say that I've played some indoor pickleball in the last week. Got back to little pickleball, and I played just last night indoor disc golf.
That I can't get into.
I did some putting.
You like that?
Indoor disc golf putting. I love it.
There's no golf ball.
Not at all.
It's a frisbee?
Frisbees. Hitting chains, baskets.
Why do they call it golf?
Because the format, you're playing it in a 9 or an 18 hole. It's and you're shooting for a score. You're playing around a golf, but you just happen to be throwing discs, frisbees.
Okay, you've done this for a while. When I first met you, you go disc golf.
Yeah, I'm still I spent so much more time playing golf, traditional golf this year, but the previous few seasons was a pretty close to an even mix of traditional golf and disc golf. But it was nice last night to get to. We were out at a place in Addison.
Indoors, I hope.
Yeah, no, indoor. This was at night, and it was a Pyramid. It was called Pyramid Sports Bar.
Okay.
Just this enormous like pool hall.
Yeah.
And part of the space they turn it into a disc golf, and there's a whole league in this.
Do you play 9 holes or
no?
3
We were just
holes,
doing a putting.
or
It was a putting competition, team based, random draw teams.
putting by throwing frisbees.
Indeed.
Why do they call it frisbee golf? Why not? Let's do a frisbee tournament.
Well,
What's the golf reference?
why don't we save that for?
All right,
we're
I'm
gonna
interested.
we're gonna do a spin-off episode one of these days, and we're gonna
I'll
get.
come watch, but I won't participate. I'll just drink beer. But I used to throw the frisbee
I'm up
back
for
in the
having
day.
Steve follow me drinking some beer and
I don't
watching
think
me
I've thrown
play.
a frisbee since I was like 8 or 10 years old, growing up about 4 blocks from where we're doing this show right now on Belle Plaine Avenue in Park Ridge.
Right here in Park Ridge.
Right here, about 4 or 5 blocks down the street.
Well, we'd have to get up to Glenview or over to Palatine or up to Buffalo Grove to play some disc golf on some courses.
All right, I'll
but
watch you.
Be fun.
As I said, I'll have a beer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, let's turn the page.
Yep.
But no, that sounds like a good time. Let's turn the page to what's up. So, for anyone that's a first time listener or watcher, this is where we get into what's coming up.
Right.
Things on the horizon in professional golf, but primarily local golf, right?
Is that brought to you by these guys? You want a beer, by the way?
Yeah, you know I would.
That's
Holy
good stuff.
smokes, this is the porter. So yeah, this is
Who makes it?
Kishwaukee.
I know.
Yeah, this is Kishwaukee up in Woodstock. We love Dan and Kara and their whole team. Heather, we got a nice following coming out of Woodstock these days. And Steve, you may or may not know this, but they would love to have us up there.
I can't wait to go.
So we'll find some time. I told Dan, I was on a call with him here on the drive over to Park Ridge.
Yeah.
I said, we'll get there by some point in January.
Okay.
Yeah, they'd love to have us up. But no, they're doing great stuff. And Dan, forgive me for this. My mind had gone blank no more than a couple minutes ago thinking of the name of your barrel-aged stout. They brought out their barrel-aged stout, 9.9%.
Wow.
And in talking to Dan, it's something owl related. Dan, I so apologize the name on the beer, but check out their socials, check out their website.
They make is it 16 or 18 different kinds of beer?
Yeah, they're at 14. They're at 14.
Okay. It's amazing.
They're at 14. But what I wanted to say is
For a
that
local brewery.
They're barrel aged. This is what I wanted to mention. Their
Yeah.
barrel aged beer. They picked up a handful of casks. So oak wood casks from Koval Distillery. So they're playing the local game that's out of Chicago.
Yeah.
They aged their imperial stout to kick up that ABV. So Dan and I joked, and actually I wanted to ask you here live, have you had a barrel aged beer? And if not, we will make sure you try a barrel aged beer when we get there.
And I'll take an Uber home. All right. And try not to overdo it. But no, I don't. I'd like to taste one. I really would. I think barrel aged. I'm thinking whiskey or bourbon or something. But even wine. A nice oaked wine. But not in beer. So I'm looking forward to it. A stout. Sounds very stout.
Just kicked up a notch. They are stout.
Good guy. Can't wait to try it though. But these guys do a great job, and our thanks to Kishwaukee Brewing. Beautiful packaging and really good beer.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've enjoyed it. Couple things coming up, and this is where we're going to get quick on some content.
Yeah.
The Chili Open, we teased this a few episodes back, and at that point it was out in the future. Now it's coming up, and we won't say much here, Steve, but Des Plaines Golf Center on the 10th of January has their outdoor Chili Open Golf.
Golf Center Des Plaines.
Golf Center Des Plaines, so that'll be a fun event. Check out registration. They've got a couple different slots for
It's a great place.
Yep.
They make great food. They got the 3 levels of
There's a lot you can do there.
Yeah.
There's a lot you can do there. January 10th, Chili Open. Quick tease here, the Chicago Golf Show, which we get out to every year, is it's a little ways out yet. It's February 27th, but I wanted to just give the reminder to our listeners and watchers
Again, Rosemont Convention Center?
Yep.
Okay.
So time to at least start peeking at your calendars. Yep. It begins, so everyone watching and listening, it begins on the 27th of February,
Friday.
and it runs a few days.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Yep.
You plan on going this year?
I'd like to go by.
Yeah.
Always see good friends and that sort of thing, and kind of, see who's there. And Tom Corcoran usually runs that event. He does a great job. and I always enjoy it. Especially for seeing people and kind of getting the golf community together in Chicago.
It's everyone's.
You get a little itch then
we start
for
getting
going
closer
outside.
to spring. Last year, and I wanted to give him just a quick word here. Last year, I ran into Brian, who was on. You see a lot of people. If you are in the Chicago golf community, or if you're just a Chicago golfer, you see a lot of people. I saw Brian Hilko, indoor golf guys, Golf Factory. Ran into him doing some teaching, and he brought out an inflatable simulator for the kids.
That's great.
But I guess what I'm trying to say is, as you just mentioned, you run into people. It's going to be a good event. So get that on the calendar for late February. Quick mention here, Steve's favorite TGL on ABC season 2. I'm up for it still. I'm gonna tune into some, as I mentioned,
professional indoor golf
on the big. I mean, they use a massive screen it's a dome. It's an arena down in Florida, but season 2 is kicking off coming up. So December 28th. One thing they've changed this year, I was looking into, how they're enhancing and changing what they're doing. Their green zone, which is like a live green because they're hitting into a simulator, but they have the green zone. They've increased the size by 38%.
And they've put more power units under it, right?
Power units, and yes, so they have different. The green zone, they're calling it now, goes from 7 layouts where the green undulates and changes 7 times. Now they have 12.
Interested to see how the pros will react to that. Will they like it? Is it too gimmicky? Again, I'll watch bits and pieces of it. I'm not a huge fan, but if there's nothing else on, I always go to golf. I always go to Golf Channel, and I'd rather watch Golf Channel than 2579
Steve,
locally in some primetime show.
TGL season 2.
Yep.
Or SVU, Law and Order SVU reruns. Go. What would you rather watch?
Good question. My wife loves the SVU. But good question. I don't know. If it matters who's playing though. If Tiger's there, if JT is there, right? If you get a Scheffler, if you get some of these guys that come out that are going to be interesting on the mic, I like that camaraderie. Okay, I always flip it on because again, I'd rather go to golf than anything else.
Totally. Funny banter last year with Kisner as well, but
he's a funny guy.
Yeah, we'll pump the brakes on that, but some stuff to look forward to. Tiger might be hitting some balls late in the season with TGL. I mean, he's still going through so much with the back and so many surgeries, but something to keep an eye out for. We might see a Tiger appearance, or at least hitting some drives, he was saying, as the TGL season progresses. One more quick thing, and then we'll get to JC, which is going to be a great chat here. Kohler. So we know Kohler for Whistling Straits.
Kohler, Wisconsin.
We're talking Wisconsin. We're going out of the Chicagoland, but it's not a bad drive. So we wanted to talk about Kohler for a little bit. New course announced. So if you're
another new course
announced. This one, I've never heard this until first off, they're calling it Purebred Farm, but what caught my attention is it's a 14-hole layout.
Why? Ran out of room?
I don't know. I guess I got to read more of the article. Good question.
Yeah. I do remember seeing something about it. I got to dig into it more. 14 holes.
14 holes.
You know what? I like 14 holes.
Why do you like 14 holes? Now you're into it.
18's too much. Sometimes.
When I play around, Steve, I have to have a feeling this happens to you as well. Holes 12 through 15, 12 through 16 sometimes, for me is when my friends they know I start talking about this stuff. When we're on holes 12 to 15, I'm talking about food, what I want to eat later. I'm talking about maybe what we might grab at the bar later. I start kind of getting a little lost out there.
You got to eat. You got to eat a little something. I always have at least a banana, Cliff Bar type thing at the turn. I'm not a big hot dog brat guy at the turn. I don't like to fill up. I try not to drink it's fun to have a beer, but I always get a little tipsy. I don't like to play golf when I'm tipsy, right? I'll have maybe one beer. I love to have a beer maybe at 17, certainly after the round. But I love 18 holes. It all matters. How's the temperature? What's it like? If it's cold out, get me to 14 holes and I'll go in. All right. But if it's a beautiful day and I'm having a great time with the guys and I'm playing well, I almost want to play more than 18 holes. You know how you just feel so good? But yeah,
Sometimes.
but trouble is my front nine's usually a lot different scoring than my back nine. So,
Sure.
But I was making a joke, but when I think about 14 holes, I go, sometimes I feel like 14 will be perfect.
Well, Golf Kohler, and we're gonna tag you. So we're gonna hit you on the socials if you.
When is it supposed to be ready?
What's
They just started building it, or is it like next summer? Is
somewhere
it just
next year?
Okay. Maybe
Forgive
year
me,
after?
it could be the year after.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying here is Golf Kohler. If you want to have two Chicago guys up
Yep.
to say a few things and see how we really feel about 14 holes, we'd love to come up
Yep.
and check out the property. It's walking only.
As most
It's
of
walking
Kohler
only,
golf is.
and they are going for a bit of a multi-loop concept, so the course will be able to play in a couple different ways.
Okay.
Fun mention on Wisconsin. There's so much cool, there's so much great stuff going on.
Why not? You know what?
there.
A group of guys, group of girls love to go up, and they'll, I've done this a couple times with my friends, and you go up and you play 18 holes, and you might want to go play a par 3 course,
Yeah.
or a putting contest, because 18 holes and you're done for the day. You're looking for stuff to do, and I'm not a big 36 hole guy now at my age. It's very hard for me to play 36 holes, 27 possibly. But if you could do something fun, grab a drink or something, and go with a little putting contest, and this might be the next version of that. Go play 14 holes instead of just saying we have 18 and 9. We'll go to 14. I
Short
don't know
courses.
why, but yeah,
they're coming around. There's
That's
a lot
fun,
of
but something to do during a golf trip that's not full 18.
Totally. Final quick topic, and then we're gonna get to JC. It's just a mention here. We have to give some love to Glenview. I mentioned Glenview when talking about some disc golf.
Okay.
But we've got a spot, and for those that are regulars, you heard us mentioning the Shack up in Glenview.
Yes, indoor
simulator
place.
spot. We've got a few things to say about them, and then we'll be bringing on our buddy JC.
Yeah,
So
I love the Shack. It's really cool, and it's run by the greatest people.
Oh, Nick. Yeah,
Yep.
Nick's the best.
Nick Larkin.
Here's what they wanted us to say. Chicago, when the weather turns, the Shack keeps the good times rolling. Play championship courses on 7 TrackMan simulators. Dial in your game or tee it up with friends all indoors. That's pretty crucial right now. And when you're done swinging, settle in at our full bar featuring over 100 whiskeys to explore, plus ice-cold beer and great drinks. As the season gets busier, more players are choosing to make the Shack their home for indoor golf. Memberships are available for anyone who wants easier access and a few extra perks. The Shack, where Chicago plays all year long. Come hang out, play around, and discover your new favorite whiskey.
I love the bar.
We
The
talked-
bar
we said it
is
last time.
classic.
Yes.
They have really good food. Nick, the owner, is always making the best pizzas back there. I mean, not just, these frozen things get, thrown in. I'm telling you, he makes really good food. And they do have a special Nick told me about. I was there not long ago just to say hi. We actually shot a segment for our golf scene
Right,
show.
yeah.
Give him a little pub. But if you're 60 or over, all right, they have a special $35 to rent a bay for an hour. $35 if you're age 60 or over, any time of the day or night, which I think is a great special. So seniors take advantage of that.
Might be time pick up a fake ID over here. Think I can pull that off?
With your lack of hair, yeah, we can do that. I like that.
It's a look.
It's a look. Story time now on Kash and Matty Talkin' Golf. We've got a guest with us, Dr. J.C. Aikenhead, Specialized Performance Rehab. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. Thanks so much.
Yeah, it's great to see you.
Hey, Steve, I never thought we'd have a doctor hanging out
Here we
to
are.
our right, and we got the doctor in the
Here we are. Yeah.
in the building.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if you
take us
will.
back. All right, so little quick history of
Yeah.
what you've done in the past, what makes you a doctor, and also the golf connection.
Yeah, no, it's great. So I'm a chiropractor by license. So I went to chiropractic school. I did the whole thing, undergrad, 4 years of chiropractic school. Got a license. I wanted to do something specific for golfers. So I wanted to be the spot for someone that's going through pain, because we see a lot of people that come to the office have already tried other chiropractors and physical therapists, but the care is not specific to what they have going on. So we essentially have been developing a system for 3 years that finds the root cause of a issue, whether it's typically a swing issue or they're recruiting force somewhere that is not good for their body. So we work them out of that through various methods, some manual therapy, a lot of corrective exercise, a lot of swing training and sequencing. We do it all in our office, and we've been getting great results. So I'm happy, and our patients are happy. So,
Hey, JC, when did golf get on your radar? My understanding from years back when we first met, weren't you a soccer guy?
Played 5 years of pro soccer abroad.
Really?
I did.
What
I
high
did.
school?
So I went to Wheaton Academy. I did not play I did not play high school soccer.
At
I
Wheaton
played
Academy.
club soccer throughout the duration. I played D1 soccer at Butler University.
Wow.
In Indiana, I went from there. I dropped out of college. I went and played for a year in Australia. Tore my ACL, came back. That's when I finished school, as I was rehabbing that. I flew out to Sweden, was there for a year. I was in Chile for almost 2, and then back to Sweden for another year. I met my wife there, and so now I have a Swedish wife, Swedish kids, and we live in Wheaton.
So Swedish life.
Yeah, Swedish life.
So golf, just
Yeah.
for a moment.
Yeah,
Golf
so I
came
played-
onto your radar when?
I played. It came onto my radar in high school because all my friends played. All my friends played, and I would go along with them. And we would go to the driving range, and we'd go to the course, and they all were taking lessons, and I didn't. I was one track guy.
Yeah.
I started to figure it out, and then played a couple times in college, and then shut it down for a while. And then as I got back, as my soccer career was over, it's like, what am I going to do now? So I started teaching myself how to play golf. Started picking up clubs and starting to swing, and started getting some of the aches and pains that a lot of people do. And this was in chiropractic school, so I was going through learning about the body. And then I fell into a lot of courses and training on how to treat golfers, and all the biomechanics that were into that occur within a golf swing, and that was wildly interesting to me. Right, that was at the time that in my mind I was like, this is what I need to learn. I need to understand how to be able to map someone's pain points, how to understand what's going on in their swing and the forces that your body's creating. And it was actually just the chase of learning how to treat people, treat golfers, that really got me into golf. And then I decided at that time, why not make that has to be my niche, that has to be my thing. So we're currently in the scenario where it's not a lot of people in the area that do what we do in our office, and we're happy to be, the tip of the spear.
So you're in Carroll Stream.
I am in Carroll Stream. Yeah,
Okay,
the
tell me about
Wheaton
your
area.
setup.
Yeah, so our office has a side that looks very much like your traditional physical therapy. So it's just a table and some open space. Then we have a gym side and a simulator in our office. So our system is pretty set up to understand what's going on with their body through range of motion. Then we'll do like a Titleist Performance Institute exam, which is seeing what motions your body needs, the prerequisites for you to swing a golf club well, whether it's and healthfully. And then we have a simulator in office as well, which we use to get 3D motion capture on people to see where they're compensating within their swing. So that allows us to get really hard data on what's going on with them and what we need to change in order to get them playing well in the short term, keep them on the course, and then give them a roadmap so they can continue to play for the next 10, 20, 30 years, pain-free, drama-free. So,
love it.
Yeah.
JC, what's the age range that you're seeing? I'll just leave it at that. What's the age range?
It's typically 35 and older. Our probably hot spot is probably that like 55 to 60. Those are the people we help the most, because they need some retraining, right? You guys play golf, and you understand that when you get kind of set in a swing, it's hard for you to change.
Yep.
It's very difficult.
Even small
Small changes will
moves.
throw you. It's very intricate. There's a lot of nuance in the golf swing. There's a lot of nuance in the body too. So we're able to get, we ask people all the time in the backswing, do you feel your glutes load, right? And a lot of people say, what do you mean?
Yeah,
right?
what is that?
What's my glute, right? And so it's like things like that your body needs to have for you to swing well and in a safe manner, right? And then if we're talking about like performance, now if you can't load your glutes, if you can't shift your weight in and out of your hips well, now we are the most powerful muscles on our body. We're not using them within our golf swing, right? So we do a bit of retraining, right? We do a bit of retraining. We have some exercises that are going to generate more range of motion, more control, and then we help them load and strengthen their body in the right ways, and then we show them exactly what they need to do in order to stay well for decades.
So people don't need to come see you just through post-op, just through an injury, PT.
Yeah.
Some people come and say, you know what, just the stuff you just told me right there, I feel 100% healthy, but I could use an idea of what my body's capable of and what I'm not getting out, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And realistically, we do see a lot of people that something's been taken away from them.
Yeah.
Either they can't play, or they can't play multiple days in a row, or they feel so sore, they feel like they were in a football game, the day after they play. They can't go on that golf trip because they don't want to pay, multiple thousands to go to Scotland and be on the shelf for 2 of the 8 days or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
So they need some resilience. But we also, now we have a pretty strong following of people that are like, I just see my distances and my speed going down. And I've gotten a speed trainer. I've swung a heavy stick. I lift. I work out. Why is this occurring? And so we're able to break that down and find the performance leaks in there to give them what they want, right? Get the speeds back up and get their distances back up, and make it in a way that's not going to wreck their sequence either, right? So which is the biggest problem with speed, like just your general speed training right now. Yeah.
You shared something, might have been last night or at some point in the day yesterday, on JT, Justin Thomas.
Yes.
Your reaction to him turning, loading, using the ground.
Yeah.
For anyone that's not as active on Instagram as me and your content, tell our listeners what you gathered from that video and what JT's doing well, because he's my size.
Yeah.
And it's not a big person.
Yeah. Tell
us a little bit about that.
Well, I mean, that's a reaction to, the fact that he's been going through some health problems right now. All right. So, so in that particular video, we see a lot of, what's our result in a golf swing, right? What do we look at, right? It's the ball flat at the end, typically.
Yeah.
For the most part, like good swing, bad swing, you see a lot of differences. But you see a lot of different swings on tour, and they're all great. Why are they all great? Because the flight's good. Typically, those guys can really play. But then on occasion, we get someone, and you guys mentioned Tiger earlier in the show with another back surgery, right? So if we're continually compensating and overloading ourselves over and over and over again, we leave ourselves vulnerable for damage, right?
Yeah.
And JT has a move that's creating a ton of compression in his low back, right? He picks his right foot up and he hikes his hip up and he twists really hard into it. He's got a very nice open hips aiming towards the target at impact. An instructor is going to be like, oh, this is great, right? This is a great open position. His hips are facing the target. This is beautiful, right? But he's doing it in a way that his body was not able to actually hang on to for long term, right? And that's when we see these overuse injuries. These overuse injuries, they're compensations. That's what they are, right? Your body doesn't move particularly well. And so someone like that, if someone came into my office and had a swing that looked like that and they were trying to do that, I would stop them, frankly. And we would be able to see it on 3D motion capture that they're doing something their body's not going to be able to maintain for the next 10 years. And then we start on creating more push through the ground and more range of motion. So there is some protective guardrails that are built into their swing. So they can achieve that nice position, that nice posture, and play extremely well, but not leave themselves up for, we're not questioning if they're going to hurt themselves 5 years from now.
Yeah,
So,
that lower back and
stuff.
just
Yeah.
he fires and
Yeah,
you get
he
that
fires.
club whipping and moving the way he does.
It's an intense
This
move.
is
through it.
the secret that I tell everyone. If you get a down the line video, look to see the wrinkles on your shirt. All right. So if we have, because we know golf is rotational motion for the most part, there's a lot of rotation that goes into it. All the other planes of movement are there, but rotation
Talking
at
on
its
the
face.
chest here.
So typically the back, right?
Side and the back.
Typically,
on
so as you turn, wrinkles are going to be created right within your shirt, within
Yeah.
whatever you're wearing. You want to look at the concentration of where those wrinkles are, right? So and that's typically where you're overemphasizing motion, right? So if you have a concentration of wrinkles on the right side of your low back, that's where all my wrinkles are, you're going to have a problem at some point.
JT
right?
had some pretty wrinkly shirts.
Oh, that was just... Yeah. So
it's hard these days with the polyester shirts. Everything's polyester, the greatest fabrics, right? But you see the old videos. These guys, the old cotton heavy shirts,
you
and
get
they
away
hang
with
down.
whatever.
There you get
back.
That's why I wear oversized stuff.
Those are coming back.
It's hard to get wrinkles. I'm serious. It's hard to get wrinkles, though, isn't it?
No, I mean, I love it.
Tell us how people can get a hold of you as we wrap you up, JC.
Yeah, awesome.
JC Aikenhead, Specialized Performance Rehab in Carroll Stream. What's the best way?
Yeah, so one of the best ways is to follow me on Instagram. Right, we put 2 to 3 videos out every single day, and that is Specialized Golf on IG. Our website is specializedgolf.org, and we have a bunch of articles and free information on there as well for you to check out. Help your game in the short term, and you can contact me there. So,
good stuff. As we wrap up our show, we have one more topic, right?
We do, and we're going to keep JC in.
Yeah,
because we've got some equipment talk that just in prep, we're like, we've all got a little take here on this subject. But yeah, equipment banter, we have to give, and we're happy to give a shout out to Swing Loose Indoor Golf, Hoffman Estates.
Great place.
They have opened up. This is exciting. They've opened up the bar. They got the liquor license all settled. Events are happening. Pete Myers, Eric Aguilar on site, general manager. Guy's become a friend of mine quickly. But yeah, they're doing some awesome stuff. That bar is open. Great building, great setup there. And then Steve, if you will, just one quick read here on Smart Golf and Fitness. They're 3 sites, they're 3 locations, and then we'll talk equipment.
I was at this place in Northbrook last Friday. It blew me away, absolutely blew me away. It's because today's episode is sponsored by Smart Golf and Fitness, one of the premier player development programs in the country, and they're not lying, folks. You got to go and witness it. If you're serious about lowering your scores, Smart Golf combines elite coaching, tour-level technology, and golf-specific fitness under one roof. Whether you're a beginner, competitive player, their team builds a custom training plan based on your swing, your body, your goals. They back it with data. You walk in, you see 3 bays and their little golf shop, which is beautiful, great stuff in there.
Oh, yeah.
And then you walk around the corner, they've got a 3,000 square foot weight training facility that's state-of-the-art, beautiful, mirrors everywhere. They got a player's lounge, which knocks you out with a ping pong table.
I've
and
seen that ping pong table.
Oh my
there.
goodness! And then they got putting greens, 2 different ones. One where they have got power underneath
all the way
the
in
floor.
back. Yes,
yeah,
beyond. Yeah.
It absolutely blew me away. I've never seen an indoor place like Smart Golf. They're in Northbrook. They're in Lincoln Park and Lombard. Great guys. Joe Sharon is there. Tommy Azumu, who I've met forever. And they've put a lot of money in this place. It is spectacular. I want this guy to design my house because it's so nice. If I ever got any money, I mean, it's beautiful. It really is.
Let's see what
and
happens.
The members love it. So I'm not just blowing it. I'm telling you.
I know.
You've been there.
It's impressive. I've been to 2 of 3 locations.
I was knocked out when I saw it.
Totally. This new one, Northbrook, is something else.
But what about our equipment segments?
And we got JC on because when we said, you know what, let's talk 3D printed golf equipment.
What does that mean?
Well, when we first said it, that was exactly like, tell us a little more. JC, give us what you shared before, because we found that interesting. I'll give a little take, and we'll wrap this thing up today.
Keep in mind, I'm not the expert on the topic, but I do have friends that are experts. So everyone knows what a 3D print is. Do we know what it is? So,
Sure.
We got material coming in that's being printed live, right? So it's not die cast typically, where like most of the clubs and stuff are made right now, where they pour stuff in or they forge it and kind of hammer it out. So the 3D, so I mean the benefit to like a 3D printed club, right?
Just say some irons.
Yes, an iron, right? Is that the true center of the face is going to be the same. Typically, the variables are going to be gone. I talked to a real good buddy of mine who knows this a lot better than me, because I was asking him the same exact thing, and he told me he's like the center of a club face. So you buy 2 sets of Callaway irons of the same set, right? And they're coming off the shelf at the same time. Those will have different true centers, believe it or not.
Or any brand.
Or any brand, right? Yeah. Not to
just
be specific,
Callaway,
but any brand. because of the variables in making them.
Yeah.
Right? As soon as, but now we're starting to get into 3D printed stuff, which is going to give less variables, give you a better,
I love it. That's a great idea.
Exact like true center, and that's what I got.
The new technology, where it's going with golf.
Because of that explanation right there, I just see it progressing. The day and age we're living in, 3D, AI, and automating some of those processes, that things are even cleaner, and tech and engineers are, a bit smarter than, sorry, Jay. Well, we got a doctor here, bit smarter than the two of us,
right?
These engineers. Steve, why don't you wrap things up, unless you had anything else to add on 3D? It's a fascinating topic.
It is. No, it's great. I mean, even golf balls. I saw, I think, Ben Griffin, who I've become following, right? And he's got, I think he plays Maxfly golf balls, which surprises me. And he goes, instead of Bryson DeChambeau now having to put his golf balls in Epsom salt and see where the center of gravity is right now, they put a little CG right there so he knows where the center of gravity is on every golf ball, because it's different in every golf ball. So I like that. But no, we got to wrap it up. Many thanks to Laird Crawford, the Ian Ryan Active Studios right here.
Interactive.
Ian Ryan Interactive Studios. I was going to get it right. Here in Park Ridge, Illinois. We got 4 cameras, Laird switching. We got Will Ojeda. Right, we got Chris Pruner also with our editing. We thank these guys because they put in 3 guys that do the work of 300. But for Matt Smith and Dr. J.C. Aikenhead, J.C., thanks for coming. Great to see you.
Amazing, yeah.
We've been to your place. It's phenomenal. I'm Steve Cashel. Thanks for watching the Kash and Matty Golfin' Podcast. Thanks to our sponsors. See you again next time.